We are at a Esparto Unified School District Strengths Camp, where we're taking 27 students to a 3-night camp where they get to learn about their strengths and how they can use them to be successful in their academics and outside of life.
It's a strengths-based camp, but there's so much to it. We go deep into strengths and talents of each of the students, but it's about the experience as well. You know, we give them the whole camp experience, from campfire and s'mores to hikes and ropes course, but they also learn a lot about who they are and how they can work with each other. And so it's really about a community.
The staff and the students have just been leaning into conversations and activities and all of the fun things that we've been doing.
The environment is very beautiful, and I just love nature. And it's very like sightseeing to see a bunch of trees, and like it's just so cool to be in nature.
The activities are really fun, and I think it helps a lot that it's not just people from Esparto, that it's people from everywhere, because then it lets me get out of my comfort zone rather than just having the people I know I can go back to.
Pulling the students away from their home spaces and their home environments, bringing them to a brand new place, allows them the opportunity to open themselves and be vulnerable about things they might not be normally. And it gives them the opportunity to see their strengths and why those are so important to focus on to help grow themselves and build themselves into being the best person they can be. Our strengths are the way we naturally think, feel, and behave. Learning these key words help us build that language in order to better understand the way we're thinking, feeling, and behaving. So it helps us translate it into a way where we're able to use that lens into looking into ourselves and how we experience the world around us and how we work with others.
We've really seen a gradual change of participation and the willingness to really dig deep in what strength has to offer. We really want to make sure that they grasp that concept, because this kind of stuff will help them as they are in high school, as they're in college, because it'll give them a word-based framework to utilize and understand what kind of talents and strengths they have, and they could say it more clearly than those who haven't done this before.
I think the best activity we have done so far has been the Working with Others activity. Each student gets a beaded keychain, and on that keychain they have 5 beads that represent what they promise to bring to partnerships and community from themselves, and they receive 5 beads from another camper that talk about their strengths and what other people want to receive from them when they're working together. So when they go back to Esparto and are working together in school districts and in community, there's that expectation of what they're going to do and what they would like to see from other people and what other people would like to see from them.
We do this thing called the KIAJA, which is basically like a huge swing over a river. The point of it is to push you over your comfort zone so you can become more confident.
Esparto doubled down on giving their young people supports and opportunities so they can experience a wide range of new things. In the last couple of years, during the COVID era, the Esparto district did whatever was best for their families and their students. And that's why we're here today, because they doubled down on the investments for their young people to explore new things and have new experiences.
The first U.S. case has been detected.
The last few years have been rough, so it's a little harder, I think, getting us to focus, because we've all been in such a clickbait world, because we've all been online the last few years, and being able to be out here in this real space together, it allows us an opportunity that they might not have otherwise.
I usually don't like working with people unless it's like basketball, because I know I can depend on myself to do things, so I really don't like to depend on other people. But here, working with the groups teach me that I am able to depend on other people.
The atmosphere that YDN has created and the atmosphere that RISE creates is something that is it's inspirational, it's contagious, right? And so it's about community building. Whether it's now or 10 years ago, it's the same vibe. That's why people keep coming back.
Telling your story grants you the opportunity to tell a little bit more about yourself, have the chance to be vulnerable with everyone else and really connect with how your strengths have influenced you in your life up to this point.
I really like how people were able to share these certain things, that they felt comfortable with that. I said that it's something that I always have on my mind, so it's good to like throw it into the fire. I threw in, no, you will never ever succeed. So I threw that in to get that off my mind, and yeah, I did.
When you learn to let something go that's been holding you back, you are now free to pursue your own goals, to feel your successes as they come, and know that you need to aim for more in the future, and allow yourself to do whatever you need to do to go towards those goals.
I think what is going to give each of these students a sense of purpose or a direction is really an internal thing. They've got to come up with this on their own. They've got to take a look inside of who they are, their talents, their strengths, their natural ways of thinking, feeling, and behaving, and decide how they're going to aim that in the future. Last night we had our talent show take place. We had about 95% of our students participate in the talent show in one way or another, and they just rocked it. We had comedians, we had artists, we had actors, we had some psychics in our talent show, and they just seemed to lean in and just have a ton of fun with it. And so that has been a definite highlight for me. Students were utilizing their strengths to create teams for performances, to adapt to new situations. We had a few students who just wanted to kind of like give directions to some folks and kind of like command a situation. But all of our students were relying really heavily on their talents to build the relationships that had to take place for those teams and a lot of those group activities. So it's like talents equal relationships equals a successful performance at our talent show.
In order to reach points of growth, we have to push ourselves to do things that we normally wouldn't do. And that might include saying hi to someone at lunch that you've never spoken to before. That might include doing the ropes course with an advisor who is not in your cabin, but who could offer you some really great life advice. That could mean seeing another student sitting in the corner of the room and going, hey, I'm gonna go sit with them and I'm gonna start a conversation because I think they should be included in this. And in doing that, you're not only helping yourself, but you're helping everyone around you and building that amazing community to grow in.
I know that I can be comfortable with who I am, and I know I can use my strengths to help a group of people or to help even myself, and I can benefit from a lot of hard situations now.
With strengths, that goes beyond the now. Use it, understand it, and shoot off.
Coming to this campus, I was nervous, but then once I came here, I'm like, this is nice, I'm so happy I came.
IDEATION's youth leadership summer camps transform these young people from young people into leaders. That's really the magic of it, is that you don't entirely transform into a new person. You just learn more about yourself and how to bring out your inner you and how to make that the best you it can be.
I would encourage districts, organizations, communities to offer more of these supports and opportunities for our young people so that this just becomes a part of what we do. Every summer we take a new group of students to camp. We invite previous students back and they become peer mentors. So we just continue doing that. And it takes a big investment, but it's worth it. I mean, our young people are worth it. And so I'm ecstatic to be able to experience this and looking forward to the years to come.